Hey, what's up? You are watching Tech Brothers. It seems that slider will be the next popular form factor on smartphone market. The manufacturers try to make completely bezel-less smartphones. Right now, the slider form factor looks the best way to get rid of notch above the display. The first smartphone with sliding selfie camera was Vivo X7. The last week Xiaomi and Huawei released mobile devices with slider design, Xiaomi Mi Mix 3 and Huawei Honor Magic 2. However, all of them are flagships with price tag over $500. What about budget or mid-range phones? Lenovo Z5 Pro is the first smartphone with slider design from mid-range category. Its price is about $300, but it offers many interesting features. In this video, we decided to compare Lenovo Z5 Pro with Nokia X7. The phones are powered by Snapdragon 710 chipset, and they are one of the best mid-range devices in 2018. So which one is better, slider or notch? Let's find out. As you understand, the main difference between Lenovo Z5 Pro and Nokia X7 is design. Lenovo smartphone has slider design, just like Xiaomi Mi Mix 3. The slider hides dual front camera, earpiece and IR sensor for face unlock. The manufacturer says that slider mechanism has been tested 300,000 times. The back panel of smartphone is made of glass. There is dual vertical camera and flashlight. As you can see, there is no fingerprint reader. It is because Lenovo Z5 Pro has built-in display fingerprint scanner. If we talk about Nokia 7.1 Plus, it has more standard design for 2018. There is notch above the display and quite thick bottom bezel. The back panel is made of glass and it has dual vertical camera, flashlight and fingerprint scanner. Both phones have USB Type-C ports. However, only Nokia X7 offers 3.5mm audio jack and microSD slot. Lenovo Z5 Pro doesn't have these features. From other side, Lenovo Z5 Pro has NFC, but Nokia device doesn't. Also, we should note that Lenovo phone has much bigger display with 6.39-inch diagonal, while Nokia device comes with 6.18-inch screen. However, the dimensions of these phones are almost the same. So we have very interesting comparison today, and it will be really hard to choose a winner. I want to give the first point to Lenovo Z5 Pro, because it has new slider design and built-in display fingerprint scanner. We already said that Lenovo Z5 Pro has bigger display than Nokia X7. New phone has 6.39-inch display with Full HD Plus resolution, 1080 by 2340 pixels, 19.5 by 9 aspect ratio, and 403 ppi. This is Super AMOLED panel with almost 89% of screen-to-body ratio. Also, it supports HDR10 technology. If we talk about Nokia 7.1 Plus, it has 6.18-inch display with Full HD Plus resolution, 1080 by 2280 pixels, 19 by 9 aspect ratio, and IPS LCD panel. The screen-to-body ratio is about 81%. The display also supports HDR technology. So, without doubts, Lenovo Z5 Pro has better display because this is Super AMOLED panel with higher screen-to-body ratio and large screen size with the same phone dimensions. Now let's talk about hardware. Both phones are powered by Snapdragon 710 chipset. Lenovo Z5 Pro has 6 GB of RAM and 64 or 128 GB of internal memory without microSD slot. Nokia 7.1 Plus has version with 4 or 6 GB of RAM and 64 or 128 GB of storage. Also, you can use microSD cards up to 400 GB. So the performance should be similar on these phones, and they will have about 166,000 points in Antutu. As for the software, both phones run on Android 8.1 Oreo, but Lenovo Z5 has ZUI 10 user interface, while Nokia device comes with stock Android. So Lenovo Z5 Pro and Nokia X7 has similar performance, but Nokia phone has microSD slot. Also, I prefer stock Android. I will give Nokia X7 the next point. Lenovo Z5 Pro comes with dual front and rear cameras. On the back, there is 16-megapixel main sensor with f1.8 aperture and 28-megapixel secondary sensor with f2.8 aperture. The front camera consists of 16 and 8-megapixel sensors. Nokia X7 has Zeiss optics. There is 12 and 13-megapixel sensors with f1.8 aperture on the back and 20-megapixel single camera on the front. We haven't seen real sample photos from both smartphones yet, so we cannot talk about image quality. However, on paper, Lenovo Z5 Pro looks better. Lenovo Z5 Pro is equipped with 3350 mAh battery, while Nokia 7.1 Plus has 3500 mAh battery. Both of them support fast charging 18W. So the difference is not big, but it is. Finally, the price. Lenovo Z5 Pro and Nokia X7 cost almost the same. Yes, Nokia phone is available in 4GB and 64GB version, and it is cheaper than the basic model of Lenovo Z5 Pro. However, 6GB and 64GB version of these phones have the same price, about $290. Both smartphones received by 1 point from me. So Lenovo Z5 Pro looks more interesting and revolutionary because it has slider design, built-in display fingerprint scanner, NFC, and Super AMOLED display with thin bezels. However, Nokia 7.1 Plus has more useful features for regular user, such as microSD slot, stock Android, and a little bigger battery. The price on these phones is almost the same, so choose which features are more important for you. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button and subscribe to our channel Tech Brothers.